Get ready for high-octane action, because Max Verstappen's hopes at the Nurburgring 24 hours have just been brutally shattered. Daniel Juncadella described the race-destroying technical problem that forced the three-windward racing Mercedes-AMG GT3 out of contention, detailing the dramatic unscheduled pit stop and the cascading electronic issues that ultimately cost him a spot near the top of the podium. This is the story of how a single technical glitch turned a potential victory into a heartbreaking 38th place finish. Giant BYD, and what this means for his next move in the sport, possibly taking a senior position rather than just a team principal role. Finally, we look at the aftermath of the weekend. Verstappen Racing is reacting to the DNF heartbreak, and the incredible Nurburgring 24 wins are slipping through their fingers. We break down the final results and the immediate fallout from this weekend's events. Don't miss the full analysis. Stay locked in because the biggest stories in motorsport are happening right now. Max Verstappen's hopes for victory at the Nurburgring 24 hours were abruptly shattered by a race-destroying technical issue involving his car, with little over 3 hours remaining in the event. The incident forced the Mercedes-AMG GT3, driven by Daniel Juncadella, out of the lead following an unscheduled pit stop. The three-windward racing car had built momentum, starting from fourth and assuming the lead as the sun set, holding the position for much of the morning. However, 3 laps after Verstappen completed his final double stint and returned the car, the Mercedes was pulled into the pits for an unplanned stop, with mechanics urgently working on the right rear corner. Juncadella described the immediate situation as challenging but manageable. "I was driving without ABS, but actually it was not that bad. I could somehow manage it," he stated, adding that he adjusted the brake balance to prevent front tire lockup. He later recounted the escalating trouble. "The car was still drivable. I felt like they wanted me to box to investigate the issue, but I thought it was better to continue and see what we could do. Then I started hearing noises, and in the end, the car became undrivable. I felt like something was eventually going to break, so I drove slowly back to the pits." Juncadella further suggested that the damage likely triggered an electronic failure, confusing the ABS systems and causing them to shut down. Despite the setback, the car managed to return to the track for a short period before the checkered flag, ultimately finishing in 38th place, 18 laps behind the race winner. The misfortune of the 3-car proved beneficial for the sister Windward Racing 80 entry. Maro Engel, Lucas Stalls, Fabian Schiller, and Maxime Martin secured Mercedes' first victory in a decade at the Nurburgring 24 hours. Rumors are intensifying that Oscar Piastri is being positioned as a top contender to replace Max Verstappen at Red Bull Racing, should the reigning champion decide to depart the team, whether by moving to a rival or taking a break from Formula One. Christian Horner has recently fueled these speculation, suggesting Piastri is the team's prime candidate to step into the team leader role. Reports indicate that while team principal Laurent Mekies and managing director Oliver Mintzlaff are confident Verstappen will remain, they are reportedly supportive of the plan to pursue Piastri in the unlikely event of a change. Piastri is being viewed as the ideal successor to fill the leadership vacuum, with younger drivers currently considered too inexperienced for the task. Adding further weight to the situation, An F1 pundit highlighted Red Bull's past regret over not signing Piastri earlier in his career, suggesting this missed opportunity is a key driver for their current interest. Speaking on the Up to Speed podcast, Will Buxton confirmed that Red Bull has had its sights set on Oscar Piastri for years. Buxton recalled Christian Horner's previous comments from 2022, where Horner admitted regret that Red Bull did not sign Piastri during his junior career, noting that Piastri demonstrated phenomenal talent in F3 and F2. Buxton further suggested that Red Bull missed the opportunity when McLaren acquired Piastri, concluding that given Piastri's impressive skill set, he is likely the driver they would want to lead their team. Speculation surrounding Christian Horner's potential return to Formula One has intensified following sightings at a BYD event in Cannes. The 52-year-old has been absent from the sport since leaving Red Bull last July amid organizational turbulence. Reports suggest Horner may soon be free to re-enter F1 as his gardening leave, linked to a severance agreement, is set to conclude later this month. Horner remains linked with multiple teams, capitalizing on his 2 decades of success as a Red Bull team principal. Initially, Alpine was considered the most likely destination, with Horner reportedly leading investors interested in acquiring a 24% stake currently held by Otro Capital. Speculation also included interest from Ferrari, though this path appeared to close after the Italian team extended the contract of current team principal Fred Vasseur. However, a new potential suitor has emerged: the Chinese automotive giant BYD, the world's largest electric vehicle manufacturer. Horner was reportedly spotted at a BYD event in Cannes and is said to have met with CEO Wang Chuanfu. This sighting coincides with news of BYD's ambition to become the 12th team on the F1 grid, following Cadillac's anticipated position as number 11 in 2026. Further bolstering the possibility of a return, Vice President Stella Lee confirmed recent discussions with F1 chief Stefano Domenicali, stating, "We met Stefano Domenicali in Shanghai. We're always close and in contact. I like Formula One because it's about passion, culture, and people dream of being in Formula One." She added, "Yes, it's something we're discussing." While Horner is exploring a return, he has indicated that his next role in F1 may not be as a team principal, suggesting he is targeting a more senior position accompanied by a stake in the organization. His former nemesis, Toto Wolff, who holds a significant share in the Mercedes team, is noted as a potential blueprint for the kind of role Horner is seeking. Formula One today saw a significant emotional moment as Verstappen Racing reacted to a disappointing DNF, marking a setback in their recent endeavors. Furthermore, the narrative shifted as the Nurburgring 24-hour race results indicated that victories slipped through their grasp. This suggests a challenging day for the team, with both on-track performance and race outcomes contributing to a mixed result for the participants.